Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Good morning, everybody. So let's play with Krishna a little bit. And Radha. Let's have some fun. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. One guy said our fun is horrible. I blocked that sucker. Get the heck out. I don't need you. Oh man, I'm wrecked. It's horrible. Oh, get out of here, you bitey man. Never was interested in their thing, man. Get out of here, man. I'll be living in the past. Oh, it was like, all these guys, just useless, dead. They're gonna die dead. They don't even get no life. They're like these zombies walking around, man. They don't care about life. Prabhupada's movement is a friggin' movement, man. Move your friggin' ass, man. Move! They're like these donkeys, man. You gotta smack them in the ass, man. Move! Come on, move on! Vishnu, John, and Prabhupada. This is all going on here now. Open your friggin' eyes. Prabhupada did. His eyes were open. He knew, he was noticing what was going on. There was a guy chanting in ecstasy. he noticed. How come these guys don't notice nothing? A bunch of donkeys still. Monkeys, like he called them. He called them monkeys. Yeah. Just, when they say, "Oh, this is so horrible, your ecstasy," oh, get out of here. You know life, man. Atheist with a saffron dhoti on. Jarasandha, the washermen, that's who you are, man. Pegged you, man. And Krishna cut their heads off. We'll just cut their speaking off. Yeah, get out of here, man. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Krishna's taking people off the planet like that. Useless. Useless. I mean, this is their own philosophy says it's useless. There's time they know. If Radha and Krishna did not descend to this world, it would be useless. That's what the scriptures say. Who are Radha? Ecstatic worship, man. The real thing, man. And that's here again. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yeah, River started waking up. He says, they were cheating me. You're darn right they're cheating. Everybody's cheating everybody in the material world, man. All the way up through religion. You need just a straight truth. When you're ready for it, come on over, man. We'll give it to you. We'll suck it to you, man. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. I might not do such a long one today. Maybe I'll do a couple because I have to use this phone internet and it uses up really fast. It's expensive. So we'll do maybe a couple of blocks. And then you guys, if you want to go on, you can go on in between or something. So they got to fix the internet here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yeah, Gadadhar, see, the ones these guys all worship, If anybody was against Nityananda's ecstasy, that kind of ecstasy you see here, he would blast them, man. And then he says, "I don't want to see your face. Psh, go away, man." Because this is so rare, this bhakti, this beautiful love of God in this world. We don't need these guys. This is what the Maya is always trying to step on it. Put it out. Yeah, we'll put you out, man. Get out. See? Maya's trying to put this out, we put Maya out. There's nothing wrong with that. Defending devotees, defending bhakti. This guy was criticizing some devotees here. Get out of my way, man. Get out of here. You're an atheist, man. Jarasandha, get out of here. They need, shake the shoes. What did Jesus says? Shake your shoes off as a warning to them. People don't know, so they need something, Sometimes a slap. Wake them up and think, that's kind of unusual, somebody saying that to me. Usually they accept my bullshit. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare. I told you Radha's a sweeper sometimes. She sweeps. Hare Krishna, Hare, the dirt out, man. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Yeah, you can get cheated by really nice gurus. They're so nicely lying to you and nicely being nice, Tears in their eye. Oh, we're an important person. Wolves in sheep's clothing. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. They don't like frankness. This is the way the illusion works, man. You can see it in the world, how it works. You see, they just make everything look a certain way, but it's not really that way. You don't think that's going on in religion? In the Hare Krishna religion and all that? Oh, you make it look a certain way, but it's not that way. Oh, these are real, they really represent Vrindavan, but they don't. See, this is Maya, man, illusion. Abandon all varieties of religion. Just take shelter of truth and ecstasy. That's the real God. We got that here. Why would we want anything else? We got the rope, man. Anybody want to grab on? If not, well, you're drowning. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. That's why you're like that, Karuna. You know, you boo. You know, see, you boo. That's the thing. You're not cheering on this team. That's why you're miserable. Look at the happy devotees here. Why? Because we're on this page, man. This is it. Yeah. Shows you proof is in the proof of work, man. Proof that God likes this, man. God likes when he stands up, when people stand up for him, who he really is. God, he's got so few to do that. He certainly doesn't have that amongst those gurus and teachers and religions. Yeah. Standing up for who he really is and she really is, who's the real controllers. You think it's the Illuminati and the 1%? It's the Lord, man. Radha and Krishna controlling this whole thing. It's time for people to learn the truth, man. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. You know, when Lord Chaitanya was here, they stood up for his team, the ecstatic team, didn't they? And they all went back to Godhead. Okay? The monkeys in Lord Ramachandra's time, they stood up for his mission, his work. And they all went back to Godhead. So who would he stand for in this world? Man, I stand for this. I'm putting my eggs on here. I think this is the best investment, man. I stand for who for the Lord actually is in Kali Yuga and what he is and the process of gaining him. No matter how silly it looks to these silly people. Projecting their own silliness on us. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Oh, it catches all the good stuff, you know, like the microphone was not plugged in. There you go. Should be better sound now, I think. It's going to be better now. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Jesus, 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 Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Nityananda, Nityananda, Nityananda Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Nityananda Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Nityananda Gauranga. 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 oh yeah. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Sri Stavali, Volume 1, by Raghunath Das. 8 prayers glorifying Sachi's son. Will Lord Hari, who, when he saw his incomparable sweetness in a mirror, Well, Lord Hari, who saw his uncomparable sweetness in a mirror. Oh, well, Lord Hari, who saw his uncomparable sweetness in a mirror in Vraj, in order to become like his dearest friend Radha, in order to become like his dearest friend, in order to become like his dearest friend Radha, in order to become like his dearest friend Radha, manifested an incomparable golden form, manifested an incomparable golden form, manifested an incomparable golden form, and took birth in Bengal as the son of Sachi. Again walk on the pathway of my eyes. Again walk on the pathway of my eyes. Uh, will Sachi's son who sweetly bathed in the honey of the love of Ishvarapuri's heart, will Sachi's son who is sweetly bathed, will Sachi's son who is sweetly bathed in the honey of the love of Ishvarapuri's heart, whose feet are always worshipped by Govinda's splendid service, whose feet are always worshipped by Govinda's splendid service, whose feet are always worshipped, whose feet are always worshipped by Govinda's splendid service, and whose face is worshipped with the billions of lotuses that are Swarab Damodar's breasts, and whose face is worshipped with billions of breasts, billions of lotuses that are Swarab Damodar's breasts. Again walk on the pathway of my eyes. Will Sachi's son, who is sweetly bathed in the honey of the love of Ishvarapuri's heart, whose feet are always worshipped by Govinda's splendid service, and whose face is worshipped with billions of lotuses that are Swarab Damodar's breaths, again walk on the pathway of my eyes. Will Sachi's son, who wears a kopan, and above that a saffron outer garment, whose form is like a tree trunk, splendid as a golden mountain, splendid as a golden mountain. Splendid. Splendid as a golden mountain. And who loudly sings, and who loudly sings his own sweet holy names, and who loudly sings his sweet holy names. Again walk on the pathway of my eyes. Will Sachi's compassionate son, will Sachi's compassionate son, the Lord who very compassionately revealed in Bengal the vine of pure devotional service, which bears the splendid nectar of pure love as its fruit. will Sachi's compassionate son, the Lord who very compassionately revealed in Bengal the vine of pure devotional service, which bears the splendid nectar of pure love as its fruit, the nectar of pure love as its fruit, which was hidden from the Vedas, and which had been unknown to the previous sages, expert in devotion, again walk on the pathway of my eyes. So it's not a wonder why people don't understand this. Even the great sages didn't get to see the extent of this kind of devotion. Yeah. It's not a wonder why people don't understand what we're doing here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But still, the same thing with the Lord. When he was here, not everybody understood. But he kept on going. He kept on chanting. And people just got purified. I was doing these classes for years. And look what's happened already.
It needs to be revealed little by little.
Yeah. It just takes purification, the planet, because people have never seen this, for a long time. Yeah. As it gets more and more clear, you know. Yeah, I was chanting this morning. I was thinking it's all about longing, what are you longing for? And that's why the Lord gives us a taste. Because when the separation, when you feel like an empty shell, the heart just naturally longs for that Lord communion again. It's very similar, people missing, even like some people here, and say, oh, I sent my boyfriend or husband away, and I feel I'm really missing him and all this. Well, yeah, and that's with Krishna. Oh, okay? That's the whole thing, and that's what brings the Lord back to us. Otherwise, it's not. Oh, you're not interested in me. It's like these people. They don't understand anything. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, you don't need. Oh, I don't want your associate. Sorry, you're not interested. I'm here. Is anybody alive or got some potential for life? You know, most of these persons, they're just not. They don't know this life, and nor are they interested in it. And we're here to teach those. Krishna just told the essence of the situation to Uddhava with a message. He says, "Tell the gopis they're the most fortunate persons in the world. I'll tell you, the world out there. These devotees here who long for the transcendental form of the Lord are the most fortunate in the world." He said, Uddhava, tell those gopis their hearts are pining for me. That's the only reason I come back to them. I have no other reason. No, it's only because of their affection for me and their attachment to me that I come back to them. That's the whole point of having a guru who is attached to the Lord more than yourself. And then they teach you that how important it is just by their example. And if you're not attached to the Lord, that's why they have all these grave looking leaders. They're not very attached to the Lord. They're attached maybe to rules or attached to the position or something. But who's attached to Krishna? They don't know. The leaders don't know. What is it to be attached to Krishna? It's what you see here. Okay? What you hear here, the preaching you hear here. Attached to Krishna is the person that the Lord has given himself. His self is as such an ananda form. He wakes up our spiritual body. See, that's the eternal feature. Now you're immortal. Now you're eternal. You've got what these persons in the world can't get. You're immortal. You have your immortal body. See, that's the eternally liberated soul. See, and he gives you real knowledge and real understanding of the highest truth and the highest relationship with him, and her and Radha and Krishna and how they interact and the importance of it, the value of it. See, that knowledge.
and the Ananda. We actually, the Ananda comes, and then you can understand that. You just study the Goswami books, and you can understand them. I'm telling you, ISKCON people, you gurus, you followers of these gurus, you're missing out. We have the real Ananda here that enables us to understand the Goswami books and all of these principles, subtle principles that you cannot know because you don't have this Ananda. You don't have this special love that these sages didn't even have, that the Lord has kindly given us. And I ain't anything special, and neither are you. You guys are less special with the bigger degrees and the bigger false egos. You're less special, and you don't know it. You could, the Lord is just looking, who wants me? Who wants me? I'll give myself. This is Kali Yuga. Nobody knows. Narayan Raj didn't know that. He didn't know that you could just get Krishna just by wanting him. He said, no, you want Krishna, you got to first do the rules and first and regulate and purify yourself and become up to an art and a vritti and get a little ruchi. And then in your many lifetimes later, you'll go and progress. You didn't know. Obviously, you didn't preach. So, hey, man, why are you following that path? We know. Don't I tell you what's in the book? Don't I tell you that Krishna sent a message with Uddhava and tell those gopis are the most fortunate person in the world because their hearts are longing for me? And, hey, man, you got people like that here. You got real devotees here whose hearts are pining for Krishna, and Krishna comes. You can see Radha and Krishna come to them because they want Radha and Krishna. And you don't. You don't even know. Even what kind of guru are you, man? It's time to get humbled a little bit, to get the facts of life. Maybe some of your followers will see through your big false egos and you're misleading people. It's time to be led now. Okay, you help people enough, a little bit and all this. Well, it's time for people to find the real door to Vrindavan, which is here. Our heart, you have many hearts here pining for the transcendental Lord. That's the door. It's always been a door, and it'll never be another door other than that. You have to get the association of hearts that are pining for the transcendental Lord, that welcome the Lord, that live on the Lord. That's their life. That's their transcendental bread with the butter of Radha on it. Yeah? It's time to get real, man, real devotion and real devotees and learn the real teachings of Lord Chaitanya, whose heart was pining for Krishna. That's what I get when I see him. His heart is pining for the Lord, man. And then the Lord comes. And there's no other reason. The Lord has shown me this numerous times. If you don't care about this transcendental Lord, he's never going to come to you. And the only possibility of you caring about it, you got to see devotees, you got to associate closely, you got to see the glories of their little heart pining for God and him coming and showing you the glory of that grace when the Lord does come and the happiness devotees feel. It's like Krishna was even like that. He said, look at this Lord, look at this Radha, her heart's pining for me. Look at that special happiness that she has that I can't even experience. Look at the knowledge about myself that I don't even know. Yeah. So that's why he came as Lord Chaitanya in his mood. I just read this. I want to see the glories of a heart pining for the absolute truth, which was himself. That is it, man. If you come here and your heart is pining for the Lord, that's why Rivers got Krishna. She wanted Krishna so badly. It was never enough. The greedy gopis, they're always like that, man. Never enough. They want more. Like a little bird, mouth open all the time. Give me more. You get Krishna just by wanting him. That's it. By appreciating the devotees in that association, feeling at home, and getting purified to feel at home, Yeah. That's why I said that guy says, "Oh, this is horrible." I don't. Hey, man, you. He said that about certain devotees. I said, hey, I don't need you in my associate. Get out of here, man. This is our only jewel, man. I don't cast my pearls before swine or food before dogs. It's a beautiful teaching of Jesus. You're a dog if you don't like this. You're swine, man, if you don't like ecstatic love. And it's better that you know if you can admit I'm swine. Here, there's a good repentance. I'm a swine and dog. I don't like what's going on in that sangha of the Lord Chaitanya's amazing grace space, which is true to its word, because devotees are always true to their word. Why? Because Krishna speaks through them. He speaks the real truth, man. Lord Chaitanya, read it and weep if you're really fortunate. Lord Chaitanya's amazing grace place. It really is what you guys have been looking for in ISKCON and even the Gaudiya Samiti, the illustrious purebhakti.com with no bhakti coming yet. Well, it'll come if you understand what we're preaching here. For Christ, Krishna's sake, and actually your sake, all of you, wake up, you, out of that trance you've been put in by your gurus, man, the many lifetime trance. Hey, man, this lifetime you want bhakti, come here, you'll get it if you really want it. If not, you're just a bluffer. You're bluffing. Oh, I really want bhakti. Yeah, bluffers. Lots of them out there. I remember Vishnu John, and this is all going on here, man. Hey, man, how come Prabhupada recognizing you're not recognizing it, man? Prabhupada recognizing, hey, man, this is the finishing work, man. He came right there, and these guys are still in the past. Well, hey, man, why are you looking for the living amongst the dead? The life of Prabhupada is here, man. The progression, the movement is here. It's time for a bowel movement, man. Move that shit out, and move the Krishna's progression in. Move the past out, you old badgers. These old guys. They live in the past like old men. Well, live in the present. The eternal ecstatic love of God is here. And, what Prabhupada came to bring is here. And Bhakti-siddhanta came to bring is here. What Bhaktivinoda was dreaming about is here already and growing like everything. Gee whiz, man. A bunch of donkeys out there, man. It's amazing how the mood changes, huh? Yeah, spontaneous love of God. That's what it's about. That's what you learn here. How, that's why it's so easy. You just come here, get purified, and your heart pines for Krishna because you want, first of all, Raganuga Bhakti is you want to worship like this. And if you think it's horrible, like this one so-called devotee, it's horrible, get out of here. Go do your rules. Go bust from more rocks, man. Go work your ass off until you're ready for this. Go ahead, do the many lifetime trips. Go many lifetimes. Your heart is so friggin' hard, and this is horrible to you. What's pleasant to God, what God loves, what His real devotees love, and they're here to preach to the world, to teach them what was really beautiful, what is really important, what is really of value, and is horrible to you. Well, that's how polluted you are. Hey, get out there. You got a good chastisement. Think about that for a couple of years. And if you're lucky, one of my disciples you can come up the ranks. Go and you get their mercy, then you come on in. Otherwise, you want to stay like a hardened criminal. Just shut that prison cell. Stay in solitary confinement for a while. That's what it is. Where you don't have this amazing grace, this special grace. You're in like solitary confinement. You're alone, man. You're alone with these modes of nature and the external illusion, man. And that's why you're always looking for a girlfriend out there. You're always looking for a wife. Yeah, because you're alone and you're looking for something external, and then that's why you're going to be you get kicked in the face. You get a beautiful man or woman, and that's all you got. And they kick you in the face always, every time, because that's what relationships with the world does. It's booby trapped. Those little boobies are they're a trap, man. What do you think they call them? The booby trap? Oh, that's a good one, Krishna. The booby trap, huh? You ever fell into that before, Govinda, the booby traps?
I just finished transcribing the Prema Bhakti versus Botox Booty. So, and there's still more to get out of that class. Booby. Yeah.
That is a great one. Krishna's got this whole thing rigged. Yeah. The shape shifters, too, nice shapely shift, and the shape shifts into, I had a girlfriend, I'll tell you, she was so beautiful, and this is Santa Cruz, man. Oh man, was she gorgeous. And I thought, man, I've got it, man, I've arrived. This was before I got into Krishna consciousness. A beautiful woman, man. I've arrived, man. This is it, man. I got the most beautiful woman in the world. She was gorgeous, man. And I was with her for 4 months, and it was, kind of. And then after about 4 months, she says, "Now I want to show you my real self." And and I was so miserable. Oh my God, that was a lesson. I was miserable, man, because I was attached, and then she became like that, and it's not no fault in her or anything. It's just the way Maya is, man. I mean, you could still have your, because people have good relationships too. I mean, especially when you have the Lord. But whatever it is, good or bad, it's still, you could have the best relationship in the world. If you don't have God, it still could be good and a kind of good mode of goodness thing and all this. But you still die. They leave, you leave, and then you take another birth because you're attached to a man or woman. And a lot of times the Bhagavatam says you switch because you're attached to the woman, you become a woman in your next life, and then you got the man, and then it switches back and forth. And how long do you want this friggin' merry-go-round? At least here you could be married and everything, but when you're attached to Krishna, you see everything in perspective. Just like the gopis. What do you think that whole story is about? That's the right, they had husbands and wives and all that, but they loved Krishna more than anything. Even when their husbands and wives the Lord replaced him with Krishna, with himself, they loved them more than they ever loved their sons and daughters. And they wonder, why was this? Why do we have more love for them now? Because that's how it is. It'll always be like this. We're built for that. We're built to love Krishna more than anything. That is our saving grace. That's the saving grace of the Christians. They love God more than anything. And then have their relationships and problems with them and all that. It doesn't matter. It's just part of the life.
But it's a different love. It's a completely different love.
Yeah, it's completely
Higher
different.
level. It's a higher level.
Yeah, you see that. It's a higher level and the eternal level. Because we don't always going to have the body. Then you'll be happy with that. Because this is just bodily stuff. Because we got bodily, it has drives, drives. And, people think it's all or nothing. You got to be a sannyas if you love God. That's bullshit, man. That's not true at all. The body is here to have drives, as long as it's going to have some, you're going to desire to eat. If you stop desiring to eat, this thing, no material, you have a desire to eat, man. You got to have that material desire to have that material. You got to stoke. If you got no fire in your body, you're going to friggin' die. That's when you're ready to die. There's no more desire to eat. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, people don't understand these things. This is here we're showing how it really is. The Vaishnavas don't know what it is because they don't have real love for Krishna on a very deep level yet. And they can they look at this and think this is a foreign language or crazy or all this weird shit. This is not weird at all. This is true stuff. This is who you're worshiping. It's all in the book. Lord Chaitanya was crying and laughing and all this. You see devotees crying and laughing here. You think that's bad? Well, hey man, it's time, you learn the facts of life or stay on the chain gang there. Work your ass off doing all your hard, difficult sadhanas and all that stuff. And we'll just have a cup of coffee and then love God. Have a great time. I'm so happy, man. I'm relishing the Goswami literatures, tasting. I understand their moods and their minds and all that. And I ain't anything special. They got to be special and they can't even do this. I don't even have to wear a dhoti or depend on any props. There are no props here, no neck beads, nothing. I don't need to do this to preach real Krishna consciousness. I just preach real Krishna consciousness. I just show real Krishna consciousness because the Lord is giving me that mercy to do so. I don't say I'm doing it on my own. It's because that God and Goddess are living inside me. Give me the capability. Give me the knowledge. Give me everything. Give me the pure. Give me everything. I don't even have to ask them. They just give me. Can you imagine? You don't have to ask them. Give me this. Give me that. Give me this. They just give me. How would you like a life like that? You get the give me. You don't even have to friggin' ask. It's just give me. I can just quote, they just keep giving me happiness, purification, knowledge and everything I could dream of. I can't even dream of these things. They just come, Yeah. I'm not even, like people are, I want all this. I want to do this. I want this power. I want that. I don't even, care about any of that. I just, the only thing I care about is this one store of value. And it ain't gold or Bitcoin or a house or a home. It's them they're the storehouse, man. My wealth is in that. If they ever leave, I'm just poor. I'm just a pauper, man. Poor. And that's why I look at a lot of poor people. I look at Bill Gates and he's poor. I look at Radhanath. He looks poor to me, man. No tears, no wealth. No ecstatic laughter. No, you're still poor, man. You're a poor guy. People are worshiping poor people. I mean, it's amazing to me. Oh, Fauci, he's so great, man. You look poor to me, man. You're poor. You got no. I might as well find out. Trump, he's poor man. All that money and everything's poor. Why? He's poor in lacking this real wealth. This love of God is the real wealth. That's what we're here to establish. The truth. The truth is God is your real wealth. Love for God is the great wealth. That's the store of value, man. Because even if you get that and you have nothing in this world, and all these guys, they're all saving. Oh, yeah, we're prepared for the new world order, man. We got our money and we got our canned foods here and everything. and a person has nothing, but he has love of God. They got the real wealth and you got poor. You're still poor. You're depending on their material thing to save you.
You've got all these cans of whatever on your shelves. You probably won't be able to find your can opener when it comes to it or a knife to open it. You've made all this preparation and it's all shot. It's just like Bhakti Siddhanta spoke about, the path is covered up. These persons have monopolized Krishna consciousness for their material motivations. They can't help it. But we've all been in ISKCONs and the different Sanghas. You've been in lots of them. And we just see how it is. It isn't. Yeah. We're not sharing for any other reason than trying to help them and their followers. That's it. Simple.
That's it, man. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. This whole thing, even, this new world order, everything is under the Lord's direction. everything. People on the illusion. Yeah, I was talking to this lady yesterday. She's a really nice lady. She does ecstatic dance here, and she's from Washington. I said, "Well, what's it like going in Washington?" All of a sudden, the news is so regulated. If they want you to know something, they put it on there. If they don't want you, it's gone. And so, yeah, what's happened in Washington? Oh, yeah, they're under mass hypnosis. Everybody believes in this, the masses. Can you imagine Washington, a liberal place, Washington state, and they believe in this. They all get this. I said, did you get it? She said, no. She says, certain people, they just don't believe in it, but most are like under the whammy. So that's just how it is. The Lord is in control of everybody and everything. And what are you going to do? What do you want to fight? It's like, what do you fight? Trying to fight, what do they call City Hall? The City Hall has got everything behind it. Got the lawyers, the monies, and all that. The Lord is in charge of this whole thing. But you want to fight something? Fight for your soul, man. Fight for your real life. This is fighting. We're fighting for our life. Well, it's not even a fight anymore. We just give me Radha and Krishna. That's the only give me I have. Give me you, man. That's the Ras in itself, is the calling for the Lord. It's poetry in action, man. And that desire. That's it, man. Otherwise, people are looking. Oh, where's my little Karuna, right? She was saying, no, but it's okay. And I was amazed. I was talking to her yesterday. Oh, Karuna's gone. I miss him, but you know what? I'm okay. I thought, boy, she's really level-headed now. She really made a lot of advancement. Oh, there he is. Okay, yeah. Sorry there. Yeah, really, I thought you're getting mature now. See, that's how it is. Still, you might have. I also did when I was married. I loved my wife, and I felt attached to her and missed her and all that. But I had this love of God too. It was great, and then things went its way, and enough of that. And now, solo.
Yeah, these pastimes are really come prominent when this draconian tyranny is in full effect.
It's great. This is all Krishna, man. He's arranged. He gets these nice demigod types, the good people who've been sitting on their fat ass, with their nice wealth. The good people, they're really wealthy and everything. And they kind of neglect God a little bit. They get really mundane. A lot of Christians are like that. Vaishnavas too. Or Muslims, doesn't matter. They start to be more of a show bottle, God thing. They go to church, but they're really materialistic minded. Mm-hmm. No, well, the Lord thinks, well, I think they need a little lesson, man. Let's change everything. Let's empower the demon energy a little bit, and take away all their material trappings. See, trappings. Traps is a trap. Yeah. So we can realize, oh, I can't depend on this. We got where can we go? People are scrambling now. They're looking, well, okay, maybe. So they think, okay, let's store wealth. Let's store this. Let's store that. See? Yeah. And neglect God. Or maybe that's putting them into God. There's nothing wrong with storing things, and it's like store a little this and that. This is coming down. It's intelligent. I do that. I'm storing this and getting everything kind of ready for this. It's like a storm is coming, and it's coming. So if it's like a hurricane or something, you're here and they say the hurricane's coming. So what do? You bolt the windows down. You do all that, but it's not your all in all. You just do the needful. Yeah. But the priority is God, because who knows, when the storm, you may bite the dust in this new world order. Who the hell knows, But if you got this, you won. That's the secret. We got this. Many of us have got this strong. Yeah. So perspective. I think we got, can you imagine? They think this is crazy what we do, but look at the perspective we have. I mean, who has such a perspective? Everybody I see practically is lopsided without the balance. See, that beautiful verse Prabhupada purported on it, translated in Ishupanishads. So out of God comes so many complete wholes. See, but the Lord always remains the complete balance for all of them. See, this is why that we're just connecting. You know, we're in this line here, connecting with Krishna as God. See, he's that. That's one of his forms, eternal forms. And Lord Chaitanya, we connecting and find the complete balance in that, in him. See, in him, then teaching us, okay, if you're in my transcendental form, I'll be in you, and that's the safe position. You found safety. See? Because this is all in him. Everything is in him. The new world order is in him, but you're in his transcendental form. He ain't sweating this, and you're not going to sweat it either, right? You know, why would you sweat it when the Lord isn't? You're in him, and he's living in you now. Radha and Krishna are in you. Does it make sense to anybody? Yeah. But that's kind of how it is. That's the meaning of Jesus say, you know, be in me, I in you, we in the Father. That's the guru principle. You know, I was talking to this lady because she had some connection with people in India, the gurus, and the Mayavadi more types. You know, they do this. They're just kind of how they are. You don't need any guru, yeah, but they're a guru. You know, it's all in you. You know, yeah. And then I try to say, well, yeah, it's all in people and all this, but they need a jump start, you know, and they need to, if they want to go deep, 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 they need to follow the disciplic line. It's and not speculate. Otherwise, you go into the speculation and you lose the real path. But anyway, it's hard. On the first meeting, you can't really go too deep because they need to associate for a while, you know. They believe in these concepts. It need to be gradually, if you want to follow this parampara, you have to gradually understand that this is speculation and let's just follow the real path. The real path are in the books and the real map reader, they're a map, how to get to Vrindavan. See? And the map reader is the bona fide spiritual master. And you just stay on that path. I mean, people, you'll see they're going to come at you. And if they're not already, you don't need a guru. You don't need Gaurahari. You know, just chant, you know, just get rid of, you know, just be on your own. That's their mentality. But they can't get over that hurdle. They'll never reach Vrindavan until they follow the process. You know, and then you see the glories of it because that's what it's about. Even for me, even though I didn't have a living guru, I could find, because they're obviously rare. I couldn't find one that I could say could add anything. You know, but still I do the principle. I'm in Prabhupada. Prabhupada's in me. I'm in Rupa Goswami. Rupa Goswami's in me. I'm in all of that's the main thing you learn. When you're in the real guru, then you can go in all of these devotees and they're in you. See, it's a family, a very close family, tight knit. See, tight knit, knitted. See, like a sweater. Okay. So that's the principle. See, not just be in Jesus or be in your guru, but that starts there. And then now you understand and you to be in all the Vaishnavas and the Vaishnavas be in us. That's how you relish transcendental taste. That's what the Lord does. He gives us that ability too. They're in him, he's in them, right? Go ahead. What?
My father's house has many mansions, but many Christians don't understand that. It's infinite. It's like you can go visit aunties and uncles in all these different lokas. It's like that. It's like that.
Mm-hmm.
People and you can see from history, when you look at history, I was reading some about Constantine and how he tortured 45,000 Christians to make them renounce reincarnation. You can see people are only as good as the word, and the word's been changed. It's the material word.
Yeah, speculations, you know, and this that's why, you know, we got a very wonderful, you know, opportunity here, you know. This crisis, this you know, it's like, you know, like that guy, your king over there says, you know, this is a great opportunity With this new world, the COVID thing. I think, yeah, it's a great opportunity to turn back to God and really get in God, so God is in you and you're in the safe position. We're built for that. We're built for that. Yeah. If you get that with Christ, beautiful. If you get that with Allah, in the Muslim thing, beautiful. If that's your, thing. But to me, I just love this. I love these books. These are amazing books. I mean, they explain everything. The highest devotees came here. Very rare. Once every 4 billion years do you see the Lord Chaitanya's troop come here. 4,320,000,000 years. Why not take advantage? If I was a Muslim, just like I was a born-again Christian, I took advantage of this, and it's brought me so much deeper into this whole thing. So much more knowledge. See, just Satchidananda is deepened. And I see these Christians, there's some ecstatic and everything. They're happy, but still, they could go deeper if they.
Not as crazy as us.
Well, some are pretty crazy, man.
No one's as drunk as you, Lolita. You're the biggest drunk I've ever seen, I think.
Yeah,
I like hanging out because I get drunk just on the.
Yeah. That's what it's about, man. That's why you need the devotees, Yeah. You got to. There are cups that you sip from. Even Brahma taught this. He said that the devotees were very fortunate in Vrindavan because they had this direct relationship with Lord Krishna. And then he said, but we are also very fortunate because they are like cups that we drink this relationship with. That's what we do. I mean, that's how we're doing it through the Vaishnava. This is the prasadam. I mean, you want to eat the Jagannath prasadam. Well, look at all these Brahmins. Look how slow it is. They still are like sectarian. You're eating that thing, and look at them. They're still sectarian. Oh, you don't have an Indian body. You can't come in. Can you imagine? That ain't God thinking like that. They don't know what God thinks. Still, they're separatist. And that's eating Jagannath prasadam. Okay, fine, wonderful. But how many lifetimes you want to do? You come here, you'll be able to taste the real prasadam, and you'll see the real heart of God. The real depth of the Lord. You ready for this prasadam? You think Jagannath prasadam is good? This is 1,000 times more powerful. This is where Jagannath prasadam is supposed to lead you eventually. All here to taste this prasadam. This mercy, this food, if you can't taste this food, you haven't tasted real food yet. But this is your potentiality, possibility. Without devotees like this, who are very rarely found, and preaching like this, which is very rare preaching, you will not taste this. You will die without this taste. Even Vaishnava, Christians that are ecstatic, they don't know the extent of transcendental mellows. They don't know exactly how it goes. They don't have that teaching. They don't have the shiksha. Yeah. See, Amy has it right. See, that's logic. That's good sense. Her statement should humble all of those gurus. Every one of them should learn. They should follow her. If they want to find the real path, you got to follow Amy Rose. Really, honestly, that's the way the Lord works. He works through babes, through us. We're nothing. We don't claim to be anything special, but other than the Lord living in many of us. That's the specialness. That's how you get over the false ego. The Lord lives in you, and that's humility. You're not thinking you're special. Thinking you're special. That's why I say all the way from Narayan Raj down into all these leaders now, they all think they're special. And they put you on. You got to go on the special path. You got to become special to be dear to Krishna. Baloney. No way. No, you just got to get the mercy. The mercy is here. The Lord is distributing the highest to the lowest. That starts with us. Charity begins at home. We ain't anything special, but the special Lord Chaitanya and all the these devotees are living in us. Because we're living in them, they live in us. We depend on their mercy to live. See? And it's true. It's real. It's true. And this is real Krishna consciousness, how it really shows up in the world. If you experience this association enough, you look in the book and you see it right there. All the devotees didn't consider them special, all the way up into Vrindavan. My God, why do we? They can't. They got together in Vrindavan and said, "Why do we warrant a birth around Krishna? He's really special." See, that's true. He is special. We need that special personality living in us. Radha and Krishna are the most special beings in the whole universe. They're the most important beings. That's where all importance is meant to be. And the devotees are important because they know that and can preach that in the world. That's why even Krishna says, my devotees are more worshipable than I am, because they're going to teach you where I'm just, either, coming once in a blue moon to Vrindavan and Mayapur, but they're here. And can you have possibility to reach me? Otherwise, there's no possibility until I come again. You want to wait for Lord Chaitanya to come again? Or Prabhupada to come again? Well, he's already here because we're in him and he's in me. And anybody else who learns the knack. If you can't declare that, what kind of guru, what kind of parampara are you leading if Prabhupada ain't in you? If Lord Chaitanya ain't in you and proving it and showing you some extraordinary preaching, extraordinary ecstasy, extraordinary communion, extraordinary waking people up. This is so extraordinary here, coming through ordinary human beings who don't think they're anything special other than the specialness living in them and abiding with them, making us part of his family. Ooh, there she is. There you go. Radhanath, go kiss her feet. It's time. Jagannath, what is this? The guy in Mayapur. Jai Pataka, go kiss her feet before you kick the bucket. I don't know if there are any more kidneys you can get from your disciples. Poor disciples. Keep that guy alive, huh? This thing and this thing, heart after a while it'll be a heart transplant. He can afford it, right? They got unlimited money from all those collections. Ford's money, he knows where to go, man. He's in Mayapur, right? Where the big temple is, where all the brahmacharis, they have properties. Oh, big properties in Mayapur. See, they get what they want. Big properties and nice, motorcycles. The brand new, what do they call Enfields? All driving brand new Enfields. I was there, man. You go to a property to see it's usually owned by a brahmachari. They own all. They got the
Swiss. They got the Swiss, but they not got the bliss.
They got See, Krishna gives you what you want. You want that, That's religion, my friends. Are whoever's ready to get, to abandon that, and we'll teach you how. It's very easy. You just get attracted to the truth of Sat Chit Ananda. That's all you need in this world. All you need is eternal Ananda, bliss, ecstasy, communion. All you need is the true knowledge of the true path, see, and the true ecstasy, and the true Vrindavan, the true relationships. See, truth. See, that'll save you from the lies everywhere. See, people are lying in bed with lies. We're lying in bed with truth, right? See, we know who to go to bed with. That's another good one. Oh boy, Krishna's really rolling today. You want to be in bed with the truth or in bed with a bunch of lies? I like being in. I want to be in bed. I want to be attached to the truth, man. Satchidananda, man. That's here, man. That's our life. See? That's our wealth. That's our protection and safety. We're saved. Yes, and more, much more. Pure devotional service, much better than just be. Salvation runs after pure. Devotees don't even think of being saved, man. They just having too much fun glorifying the absolute truth, relishing the absolute truth. We can't even think of liberty. Just liberate. Well, come or go. Who cares, man? So let me just relish this wonderful taste of your transcendental presence, your beauty, Lord. Yeah, everybody's trying to be guru in that sense. Just follow my path. You don't need a guru. That's their path. You don't need a guru. How far it's got you? You relish mellows? What mellows? I don't know. Yeah, you don't even know what mellows are. But you don't need a guru, right? Obviously, you need some instruction. Transcendental mellows. Got to see somebody tasting them and.
This compassion that you share with them that you can't. It's like you get into a car with somebody who's clunking the gears and smashing them up. It's like this. Do it like this. And, you want to help them, but if they want to mash up the gearbox, if they want to blow up the engine, if they want to go back to samsara, go ahead. It's like that scene in the Titanic when they're playing the piano and the Titanic's going down. They're doing their little arties with their masks on. I mean, it's a no-brainer. I think even there was a French king who was masked up. They put him on an island on prison and put a mask on him. Masks have been used for centuries and centuries by the demons. If persons are supposed to be intelligent, Prabhupada told us, be intelligent, masking up and doing arty, you're just showing the Daksha path, that's all. We're not, it's got to be shown. It's got to be shown and spoken about so people can see. It's getting really hilarious now. I mean, it's like a comedy and a horror show all at the same time, what's going on in the world. But here's Caitanya Lila. Everything that was 550 years ago, and in Ramachandra Lila, you started with the monkey's pastime, which I love. It's right here in this Sangha. When I was listening to Lita with the headphones on today, I went to get some water for the horse, and I was standing in front of the electric box. I was just like, listening to her gets you drunk, man. How hard can it be? I wasn't full attention. I was doing my duties and things, but
the vibration,
the vibration is powerful, and people don't really understand. They know these words, vibration and things. There's a vibration in the world, and it's horrible. If you have faith in that, it has horrible effects. But here, wow, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Look how Tom has progressed since I knew him from 2 years ago when I first met him. When I visited him, he was concerned about what his mum thought, his dad thought, and all this. Now he doesn't care about that.
It's changed a lot. See, this
my gosh.
Yeah, of course, it shows you there's a real potency here, and that's why I say the other paths are slow, really slow, in the Vaidhi too. So when people are ready, they'll come. Yeah. So you know what? I think we're gonna so I don't use up all this. This will go in so we'll stop here, and maybe somebody else wants to go on or whatever, and I'll come back maybe in like an hour or so. I'll do some stuff and So I'm working on my the cell phone internet, so it's like $25, and you can just use that up like that, So till they work on the internet. Okay, we take a little break anyway. All right, good. So Hare Krishna, Janaki watched the replay. She got up late. She's worn out from all that stuff she does with all the kids and running here, running there.
It's temporary.
Yeah, it's temporary. And Amy says, no. We'll be back. Hare Krishna. See you soon.